name is Miles Morales, and I'm Brooklyn's one and only Spider-Man. When I was told about this new script, I mean, I don't know how it happens for you guys. I didn't read the script because it's like...
There wasn't.
Because I didn't know where they were gonna go from the first movie. I mean, how do you make something and top it? Exactly. So I was really inspired to give it my all, do a better performance that at least like makes me feel like I did something to contribute to the history of it, you know, and in the ultimate grand scheme of Miles, the storyline and the secret umphs and and all those moments coming definitely set us up to win. So.
Huh? Miles?
Hey, who's the new guy?
I'm not a new guy. Karan.
Yes.
What brought you to it, man?
It was a job! Even though I got an audition. No, I was a big fan of the first movie. And yeah, I just got an email being like, do you want to read for this movie? It didn't say anything. And
You're like, well, I guess.
But it was your ending monologue from the first movie.
That was what you auditioned
Yeah,
with?
that was the audition.
Anyone can wear the mask. You could wear the mask.
So I was like, maybe it's for a spider person, but I was like, I don't know. And then I wasn't aware of Spider-Man India at all or any of that stuff. And then when I got it, they were like, this is what it is. And I was like, oh my God, this is very exciting. I had done a bunch of the sessions. And then they called like a few months ago and they were like, hey, we're feeling like it's not culturally specific enough. So we were gonna do a little writer's room and we want you to come and like just pitch ideas.
Wow, that's amazing.
And I grew up in India and I just know like this character will mean so much to people from India. I've gotten like so many messages. Dave, Phil, and Chris were like just so open. They were like, blow it up. Like, what do you want to say? And like the chai tea bit, all this stuff that was so culturally specific came out of that session.
Oh my God, how cool.
And it was the most collaborative experience. Chai means tea. You're saying tea.
I had no idea about and I was like, what? But also your experience talking about how collaborative it was. There's one point in the film where my son says in Spanish to me, bendición, which is asking for a blessing, which is something that's very, almost specifically Puerto Rican, but it's definitely very Caribbean. And, you know, my mom kept saying, you've got to get that in there. Is that possible?
Your mom?
My mom
said that
she was so disappointed in the first one. She said, but I think that's incorrect. And I was like, but what do you want me to do, Mom? You call Phil? And she said, yes.
Yes. Oh my God, that's amazing.
And I did. But Phil didn't tell me that he actually said, you know, bendición, asked for it. So when I saw it, I got very emotional.
So you didn't know until you saw it?
I didn't know that he was going to do that, you know, that part. Yeah, and it was really beautiful, but special because, you know, Phil said, listen, if there are 10% of the audience understands and gets it, that's important to me. I mean, I think that's really exceptional.
Absolutely.
I hope I didn't ice your game, man.
No one my age says those words in that order.
I think for me, I find that where I used to maybe struggle with not having a lot of dialogue in a scene, I learned that sort of subtlety in saying something without saying it. And with this, it was a huge challenge for me to feel like I could be subtle. We are supposed to be the good guys. I can't lose one more friend. You feel like you're supposed to be more animated or you're supposed to have like a little bit more inflection in your voice but we have had the most incredible team of creatives and animators, and it goes above and beyond that, have that subtlety in every frame, and it allows us to be completely authentic and read the words that are on the paper that are so beautifully written already.
Caught a break in the Spider-Woman case.
That's good.
All units. This could be it. I'll see you later.
Were you guys in the same session together, all of you?
Shameik and I did a few.
Yeah.
Did you get to do anything?
never.
Were you by yourself, like in a room by
that
yourself, like
first
me?
time around, same. Second, you can pull strings.
But actually, Kemp and I buddied up so hard, and Kemp was like acting with me.
Yeah, fully.
And
Same, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
The real actor here.
It was incredible and committed and beautiful. And then, you know, it's just such a wonderful experience, growing and learning experience and really understanding like what your words mean. Because when you're doing regular acting, you're just relying on your body and your physicality and all that. And this is really, what are you saying?
Right. I remember the first time it was Kemp and Phil, they tried to sort of
I shouldn't say tried, they explained to me, I tried to understand. They explained to me Gwen's world, and the way that they first, I guess, sort of told me about it was that Gwen's world is like a mood ring. And it visually will shift with her emotions. And I was like, okay, cool, sick, you know, I can't wait to see it. And it wasn't until I like saw it that I was like, that is exactly
stunning.
That is exactly what it is. Also, I fully had a mood ring when I was like maybe 11 at one point. I was like, oh my God, it's great, I must be happy. But like you're watching this and you truly get swept off your feet with the visuals. But somehow you're still so grounded in the emotion and in these characters and in their lives and in the many storylines that are taking place.
And it's so interesting because, you know, Rio doesn't, her universe is her family and her son. But what's so brilliant is that it's universal. And anywhere you go, the issues are the same. They're just like mirror images of what's happening. And I feel like that's like the common denominator, right? The humanity of every single universe and what people are struggling with.
You have a choice between saving one person and saving every world.
One thing I love so much about what we do is that I personally grow so much within every project that I do. And this one may be the one that I've spent the most time doing. So I have grown so much through this whole process, and I've been able to come back to her in a time in her life where I sort of feel like I'll always be in this time in mine, where she's truly finding her purpose and figuring out who she is and why she is the way she is, and being proud of that and being that way unapologetically and not hiding it from anybody.
And purpose comes down to how we embrace who we are. We're lucky enough to have been bitten by that spider and find out who, you know, how to wear the mask. So we all wear the mask. You wear that mask for your son. You wear that mask when Pops is like, it's hard, but you wear that mask when you're saving people. It's how we wear the mask that really matters, which is why that's the main point of this story. You know, it's the relationship between the audience and the spider mentality. You know, what it means to be Spider-Man is more than just being a superhero. It means that you found your purpose and now you need to do something.
Everybody,
Cheers.
Here we are.
Spider-Verse.
There we go.